Asian shares mostly up after signing of China-US trade pact. Bangkok, AP, share prices were mostly higher Thursday and moderate trading in Asia after the US and China signed a preliminary trade agreement that investors hope will bring better relations between the two biggest economies. Japan's Nikkei 225 added 0.7% at 23,933.13, while the Kospi in South Korea added 0.8% to 2,248.05. Shares fell in China, with the Shanghai Composite Index giving up 0.5% to 3,074.08. In Hong Kong, the Hang Seng picked up 0.1% at 28,797.71. In Australia, the S&P ASX 200 climbed 0.7% to 7,041.80 to a fresh new high, on optimism over the trade deal. President Donald Trump and China's chief negotiator, Liu He, signed the Phase 1-inch deal on Wednesday before a group of corporate executives and reporters at the White House. The pact eases some sanctions on China. In return, Beijing has agreed to step up its purchases of U.S. farm products and other goods. This was telegraphed well enough that the market is kind of looking through it and toward the next phase and what that means, said Keith Buchanan, portfolio manager at Globalt Investments. The agreement helped propel the Dow Jones Industrial Average closed above 29,000 points for the first time and the S&P 500 index hit its second record high in 3 days Wednesday. The deal done, traders will likely shift their attention elsewhere for now. But skepticism over the long-term prospects for resolving key issues remains, analysts said. Despite some negative spin doctoring this morning, it's hard to argue that the deal marks a significant step in ending the frictions that have cast a dark cloud over global economic growth, Stephen Innes of AxiTrader said in a commentary. The S&P 500 index rose 0.2% to 3,289.29. The index also climbed to an all-time high on Monday. The Dow gained 0.3% to 29,030.22. The Nasdaq Composite added 0.1% to 9,258.70. Smaller company stocks fared better than the rest of the market. The Russell 2000 picked up 0.4% to 1,682.40. Healthcare stocks accounted for much of the market's gains. Utilities and makers of household goods also rose. Those gains outweighed losses in financial stocks, companies that rely on consumer spending and the energy sector. Bond prices rose. The yield on the 10-year Treasury note fell to 1.78% from 1.81% late Tuesday. While limited in its scope, investors have welcomed the US-China deal in hopes that it will prevent further escalation in the 18-month-long trade conflict that has slowed global growth, hurt American manufacturers and weighed on the Chinese economy. Now, Beijing and Washington have to deal with more contentious trade issues as negotiations move ahead. Punitive tariffs will remain on about $360 billion in Chinese goods as talks continue. With the Phase 1 agreement now a done deal, investors have more reason to focus on the rollout of. For more on this story, visit the news article link.